Come on, just gather around.
Right over here. We got Commissioner Silver.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Right there is good.
All right, everybody. I'm going to take this off. Give me a little space, and I'll take it off. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? All right. Happy Kwanzaa, New York City.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
This is a really beautiful moment for all of us. And I want to just talk about my Kwanzaa experience, my first Kwanzaa experience in 1991. I want to be very clear. I had heard of Kwanzaa. I knew it was something special, but I had never experienced until I met a young woman named Chirlaine. And she took me home to her family, and her family really honored the holiday, and they focused on it, and they really wanted everyone to understand the meaning. So when someone came into the family, they took great care to explain the power and the essence of what Kwanzaa was all about. And I was very deeply moved because the values of Kwanzaa are powerful. To me, I felt a sense of an understanding of community and heritage and an honoring of the ancestors that was so powerful, so vivid, so necessary. And it spoke to me. And I felt a warm embrace of a beautiful family and a warm embrace of a holiday filled with meaning. And it stuck with me. And I think everyone who hasn't experienced Kwanzaa, everyone who only has a glimpse, has had a glimpse of what it means, has an opportunity to learn a lot more and feel why this is so important, why it's so special, why it was created by people who realized something was needed. I want to thank everyone who's gathered here. We have some very special people going to speak. We're only going to each speak for a moment because we know it's really, really cold. but our hearts are warm. Special thank you to everyone who helped make this happen, everyone from the City Hall team. Of course, we're going to hear from the artist in a moment for her amazing work. I want to thank Mitch Silver and everyone at the Parks Department who made sure this happened as a labor of love. I want to thank Assembly Member Rodnice Bichat, who has joined us. Everyone who's here because they care. Everyone who's here because they do so much for the community. Thank you for being here. And everyone, over these 7 days, we're going to keep celebrating. And each day is a powerful principle. And Chirlaine's going to call out today's principle. But I want to just look ahead and say the one that I think New Yorkers have exhibited in an amazing way in this most difficult years is the principle Imani, faith. We've seen such extraordinary acts of faith and love this year. And we're going to celebrate that as the week goes on as well. So with that, I want to introduce the person who I owe thanks to for introducing me to Kwanzaa and who does so much for the city out of that love and faith, our First Lady, Chirlaine McCray.
Yes.
Harambe. Habari Gani.
Habari Gani.
Happy Kwanzaa, everybody.
Kwanzaa.
I want to have a moment of silence for our ancestors who we would not be here if they had not had the strength and resilience to carry on through difficult times. And a moment of silence for all those we lost this year. Kwanzaa is much more than a holiday. The 7 principles are a guide for our lives, a reminder of what is important, our values, our family, our community. We had our struggles this year, and how did we get through? With unity, together, by caring for each other, by remembering the older adults, and those who have the least among us. And that is how we will move forward, with unity, together, with a spirit of umoja. Umoja. You say that with me? Umoja. One more time. I want to hear you say it with feeling. Umoja. That's right. So we are starting this new tradition here in City Hall Park, and I thank the man who sparked the idea for this celebration last week on his radio show, Ebro in the Morning. He is a great New Yorker, an entrepreneur. He is a truth speaker, and most of all, he is a leader in our communities. So I want to thank you, Brother Ebro Darden, for this wonderful idea, and I want to thank you, Maisha, for the majestic kinara that graces our celebration this evening. And thank you all, brothers and sisters, out here in the cold, but with your warm hearts. Let's make this a memorable first Kwanzaa.
Amen.
Amen. That's right.
Well, sometimes people actually get credit. And Ebro Darden, someone I admire and appreciate, said a few days ago on the radio to me, we should be doing Kwanzaa celebration. We should make sure the whole city feels Kwanzaa, the whole city experiences the beauty of Kwanzaa. And I heard Ebro say that. I said, well, Ebro's just right. You know, that's what we got to do, so everyone can feel and experience it. So we're going to give credit where credit is due. We'll give thanks for the person who said it was time for Kwanzaa to be celebrated here at City Hall in New York City. My pleasure to introduce Ebro Darden. Powerful words about the meaning. She also threw down a little bit of a challenge, New York City, reminding us that she believes Philly is ahead of us. Now, if you know, we like to be inspired by truth and justice, but also if anyone says Philly's better than us, that's going to get us going. So, you know, but I think with Ebro's idea and Maisha's amazing work, it is a good challenge to New York City to deepen our celebration of Kwanzaa every year. If Philly's doing it like that, we should be doing at least that much. And there's always a chance for people to learn and grow and feel something and understand something and find the respect that this holiday demands. So let this be a beginning. Let this be a first step. And Kwanzaa is going to mean so much more with every passing year, the more people dwell on its power. And everyone, this is just a beautiful moment, and I'm so honored we could share it together. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Umoja, unity that brings us together. Umoja, unity that brings us together. Umoja.